Merry Christmas everybody, it's Miniman here, and today I thought for my Disney Infinity project that I'd scale it down quite a bit. I just do something really simple. Just something as simple as a present, because having gifts at Christmas, gifts and presents are a bit of an important thing. So yeah, I just thought I'd just make a simple little present. Okay, I'll get into the creation. Alright, here we go. So hello everyone, this is my project for this year's Disney Infinity Christmas event. So last year I went pretty big in the scale, so I thought this year I'd go a bit creative and scale it down a bit. So this is a present with a world within it. So I've given myself only a single block of a large terrain piece to use in order to make this entire world. And in order to make this project, what I did was I surrounded the entirety of the large terrain piece with all of these different basic block pieces in a present-like design, and then I started building the world within the present itself. So I'll go through each of the four, well, maybe 5-ish areas that I made inside of this present first, before going into more of the interesting things that I quite literally added in last night as of the time of recording this. So I'll start by going over one of the first areas of my my creation. So I thought with the first corner I would create a bit of a mountain landscape, as you typically tend to see mountain landscapes in a lot of Christmas and winter based films, so I thought here it would just make sense in order to have one of these here. Now, one of the things about this cliff face is I've created a multitude of ways to climb up. So you can climb up this little bit here, that little bit I just climbed up. You could even jump from this bit too over there if you wanted as well. But then also on the other side of this cliff face, there's also more going on for you to climb up there as well. At the top, there's a little bit of a water area with a waterfall at the end, with another cliff going just into the the edge of the present there, and another little waterfall here which actually leads into a little cave area back there. I did put a lot of plant life and floral around this area as well to make it feel alive. In fact, I'd probably say a lot of this plant life actually takes inspiration from what I did in my previous Christmas project in 2023 in the Winter Adventure, especially during the 2D section for the background. So as well as those bits, I also added in some small details in the ground, such as snow, and then on the cliff faces you might have seen little bits of rock there as well. So we're going to quickly go into the cave system here, which when we jump down it, you'll probably see that things have just gotten a little bit dark. And that was just a little effect that I just wanted to add in, because we are in a cave after all, so I thought it makes sense. And before any of you ask about the actual terrain block on the floor and why it's not something that looks snowy instead, I wanted to go for a bit of a this is the present floor design to kind of fit with the aesthetic of the box itself. Now unfortunately I couldn't do it with red basic blocks. Otherwise it would mess around with a lot of your enemy AI, so just having the single terrain block here helps out with enemy AI a lot better. So as we exit out of the cave and things brighten up again, we will go into the next section and the next corner of this this fine little world inside here, and it's just a nice little quaint Christmassy wintry town. Filled with a little bit of a terrain piece in the corner, lamps, a road, a frozen fountain, I don't know why that's there, and a church with a moose in front of it. I don't question how anyone's going to get out of this. And yeah, there's a few market bits around here as well. It was a nice little design for a nice little town, which I thought would work really well for this. So moving on into the next corner. This is more of a bit of a castle area, and a castle area is kind of what I wanted to go for here. since I did a mountain, I did a quaint little town, so I thought it makes sense that there'd be a little castle area with the town. I did go for a bit of a creative little statue here with wings at the side, which takes inspiration from the secret room from my from the mall that I made for the Halloween event. And you can also climb onto the top of this tower, where there are some AT-AT turrets which can be used to fire down on the village and fire down at the farm, which is the next area we're going to go to. But these turrets do have a practical use in some of the other things that I created for this quite literally last night. So yeah, so moving into the fourth area, and I guess the fourth main area, since the final area I wouldn't really call it an area, it's just more of a bonus. But it's just a nice little bit of farmland with lots of things growing out here. I try my best to try and get the Christmassy stuff in here, so chocolate coins, cupcakes. Even though they're minis cupcakes, the colours are very Christmassy, and stuff like the mushrooms and stuff. That's just the additional stuff that the AI ended up planting alongside these, so I couldn't really change that at the end of the day since I was on a bit of a tight schedule. But yeah, no, this is a nice little farm area. I've got a lovely barn and a bit of plant life here in the back, a log which you can run through as well. And I suppose I'll quickly make my way up to the final bonus area, since I feel like I do kind of have to show it off, not just as part of this creation, but due to the fact that one of the other things that I created for this does kind of involve this a bit. So by jumping over the cloud, the clouds that I placed there, I've got two little bits of floating islands connected up by a rail. And in case you're wondering what that target does there, all it does is it just connects to the camera that is outside of the present itself, that you would have seen at the start of this video, and maybe a few times in between, depending on how I do the how I edit this. But yeah, no, it's just two little simple islands with a bit of plant life on, and and a rail that just kind of goes around. Now there isn't really much of a practical use for this single big rail here. I just personally thought it was really cool to use to go around like this entire massive segment. But this rail here does have the practical use of connecting the two islands, and in fact, this rail is the only way in order to get to that island over there. So that's the basic tour of this done, and yes, I know I do have a sky changer out in the open, but I really did try my best to put all the the function items and the creativity toys hidden around in this empty space as well. So other than a teleporter to help get back into this present, a path creator, and then the camera on that path creator outside of this present, all the creativity toys and all the functioning stuff, and everything that just makes this toy box is purely within the present itself. I really did try to stick to the challenge of having things nice and small. But you might have remembered me saying that I did make some additional things the previous night for this, and I did. I didn't just want this to be a simple showcase toy box, especially after the fact that with the symbiote mall, or whatever we ended up calling them all. I don't think we ended up hitting a name for it, but because I couldn't really put the function I wanted to in here, I wanted to at least add some function in this smaller creation. So I did that in the form of two mini games. So we're going to go to the first mini game over here, and this mini game is a collectible mini game where scattered around all of the 5 different areas there are lots of different orbs, and hang on, if I quickly turn around, depending on what area the orbs are in, they'll be a different colour. They don't signify the only amount of points you get for each orb or anything. Every single orb, no matter what the colour, is worth a single point, and I just failed that jump there. So yeah, a lot of fun. Oop. Yep. And as well as all these different orbs I scattered around the areas, I did scatter some additional objects. So every area will have a single cube or present, which is worth 3 points as opposed to the single one. And each area also has an additional item that is kind of unique to that area. So whilst each area has a different coloured present that is worth 3 points, each area will have a different item that in a way kind of signifies what that area is kind of about, which is worth an additional 2 points. So up here there's a mushroom, so that is worth 2 points. I'm going to go back here to go and get the present because I kind of wanted to design this present and put it in a place where it's kind of like a risk reward kind of thing. So you go for the present and get 3 points, but you do have to fall down here. But I'm going to run back into the cave really quick, because in the cave, the cave has a gem as its additional item, which is 2 points. I believe in the, you can already see it here, in the village, there's a pastry, which is 2 points as well. I'm going to go and collect the present here as well, since, those additional items in the presents are definitely the most important of the lot. And then here in the castle, as well as having the golden orbs, probably to signify the more royalty of the items here, the additional item here is a crown. So as I could go and use that rope that was outside, I am going to take a more creative approach to getting up to the top here. I'm going to collect this as well. I'm going to go and get this. Wonderful. And then hopping down to the final area at the farm, you can already see, you probably already saw the green present hiding at the back here. I'm just going to be careful with how many to get, because the goal is to get 50 points, and because I've got more than 50 things out, it just means that, when playing this, you can kind of choose, any way you want, or choose the correct route. And the final bonus item is a clover, which is kind of difficult to see in terms of the farm, and you probably miss it here, which is an additional 2 points. So I'm just going to collect the last 2 items, and there we go. We have beaten the first challenge.
Again! What a performance!
And one little creative thing that I did, with each of the challenges you win, you do get a little sparkly effect as well. So I guess that's kind of like a well done. And the final thing we're going to do is just move on and complete this final little challenge over here. And this challenge is a more combat focused challenge with enemies and about 3 waves, I believe. So let's hop into this. And I start up on the castle, of course, because we do have some towers. Or turrets, I should say. And as well as the turrets, we do get given these as well. So let's hop on down to combat. So the 2 additional items that we get given to fight the oncoming hordes of frost giants is the regular toy box blaster and a frying pan. Oh, and I can't hit that one for some reason. Right, so I'm gonna get slaughtering and massacring all these guys, and this is kind of the reason why I left this challenge to last. Is because, well, like most of the time during this challenge, I am more than likely going to end up breaking the things in the farm, and considering that stuff in the farm can take a bit of a while to spawn back in, or well, not spawn back in, but grow. It does kind of mean that having everything the way I want it is kind of vital to begin with. So, where's the last one? Oh, there's the last one. Alright, so now we're moving on to wave 2, and wave 2 is going to be spawning in the small town over here itself. So, yeah, and each wave gets progressively harder. Oh, and we have a friend joining in the action as well. So we have a Whomper who has decided to come in and join the carnage. Now, that Whomper is on a different team compared to the Frost Giants, which means not only will he come and attack me, but he will also attack the Frost Giants over there. Ooh. Oh my. Okay, I'm having a bit of a struggle here. Ooh. Oh, whoa, the Whomper's come. Oh, there's the Whomper. So I think because the one can see me, he's probably gonna come for me in the end. But he can be handy in knocking these guys out too. Yes, I know. Whoa! Yeah, now the Wumper isn't just like an additional enemy. You do have to defeat the Wumper alongside the actual wave of Frost Giants themselves in order to get to the final wave. But on the final wave, as well as things being hard from the Frost Giant perspective, we are going to see another Wumper, but don't worry, I have made it easy in the fact that you are going to have a bit of additional support yourself when it comes to the final wave.
Their army is advancing. Do not let them through.
Alright, here we go. We're on to the final one. And here comes my here comes some of my teammates over here. So I've got three clone troopers and one first order right shielder guy. So let's hop on in and let's start engaging. Now I don't think any of them have a right. I'm hoping they'll start engaging to provide me with some oh, this is not going well. Yes, but hopefully with these guys in here now, I should have some additional help. Oh, there's the one person engaging in the back there. Oh yeah, it's a big push. Oh, we're getting battered over here. Oh, yikes. Okay, the Frost Giants are getting torn up by these. Ooh! Ooh! Oh no! Alright, just gonna keep on this fighting up. Oh, the right shield is coming in for him. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so as you can see, this final fight can get very chaotic, especially in the fact that we've got about 3 different teams of enemies, and then I myself engaging in the smallest amount of space. So, right, let's finish these guys off. Wonderful. I think this must be the last opponent here. Let's see, and there we go. I was about to say, let's see if the clone trooper can finish him off, and he did.
Fantastic.
So there we go, and that is everything contained within this toy box. So this toy box to me was a lot of fun to make, and it definitely felt very quick to make as well. And I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of like the challenging side of this toy box with giving myself a limit in terms of the amount of space I was able to use, and I think from some of that challenge I was able to give myself a bit of a well I guess it allowed my creativity to kind of spark a bit in terms of how I could make limited space feel like something much bigger on the inside, not just in terms of the exploration side of it, but then also in the gameplay side of it, of having a collectible challenge and an enemy challenge as well. So yeah, I guess I will just go and quickly film and collect some more footage of the collectible challenge and the and the combat, and maybe have them in more of a montagey like segment, or maybe just for some additional footage for Infinity or anyone who watches this video to maybe go and see. I might make it into its own separate thing. So thank you very much everyone for seeing my Christmas creation, and I hope to see what everyone else has created, and hope to see what creativity the community has come up with this year. Alright, see you later everyone.